All right, hi everybody, this is John with That Hashtag Show, and I am here with some of the cast and the showrunner of Resident Alien. How are you guys doing?
Good, doing great.
So happy to see you.
Happy to see you too. Season 3 has been fantastic. I absolutely love it. One of the things that I wanted to know was about how you went about researching the abduction scenes in the writer's room, because I know there's like a lot of documented cases, like Betty and Barney Hill, yes. And with owls as well. I was just wondering how that went about, because you guys do such a great job of it, and it feels absolutely terrifying watching those scenes.
That's great.
So how did you go about like researching those scenes?
Yeah, that Betty and Barney Hill. Benny Hill. And Benny Hill was abducted. We did a lot of, that case from New Hampshire was obviously one of the first ones. And so I've known about that for years. You can go on the internet, there's places to find these hypnosis recordings. And we did a lot of research because we wanted to feel as authentic as possible for those people who really believe in this, I'm one of them.
Me too.
But the goal was for it to be terrifying. And so I'm glad that you had that reaction.
And unnerving.
Yeah, very unnerving.
I think we had in the last episode, when Harry lets her remember, that
was a leap of faith a little bit in the writer's room. We talked about that a lot. It's a big step, to have one of the characters really remember that something like that happened to them.
Yeah.
But we talked about it a lot and thought it was really exciting and thought it was the right time, and it pairs beautifully with his hypnosis with Ben, where he tells Ben not to remember it, so you think it's going to go in that same direction. And then it's a bit of a surprise when he tells her to remember it. So.
I actually did, and I read the script and I forgot, and that's what happens every time I watch the episodes, but I was like, oh God, he's going to take her memory away, because he took mine away too.
Yeah.
And one
that's
of mine.
That's a theme for him, and you.
That's right. Yeah.
So I was like, oh God, this sucks, she's not going to remember, and then he did such a great job, like, pausing and then doing it, and Kate, played by Meredith Garretson, was so heartbreaking.
Played it so incredibly well.
To see her already kind of in it, but then as soon as he snaps his fingers, just the release of those emotions was incredible. I get chills thinking about it. It was so good.
So Sarah.
Yeah.
Hi. So Asta goes on, for the past 2 seasons, she's been Harry's caretaker, basically, making sure he knows how to, I guess, be a human.
Yeah.
And now in the 3rd season, we have a lot more people in the know. Mm-hmm. So what do you think it is about Asta's character that it takes so long to maybe, she can't hold back. She keeps rubber banding back to him. Why do you think it's so hard for her to live her own life?
I ask myself that question every day. That's a great question. I think Harry was the first person to make her understand that she didn't feel alone and that it was okay to be an other and an outsider. And I think she became sort of a little addicted to talking to him and feeling understood by him, to the point where she just also addicted to being needed, and to having purpose, because she was really so lost in the beginning when we first meet her. So I feel like that's why.
And special purpose too. Like, this is a
special,
big thing. This is an
saving
alien.
the earth. That is right.
Yeah.
So I think it's really beautiful. And Chris and I talked about that with the writing team. I was feeling a little bit like going into season 3, like, I don't really know what Asta should be doing now. And so we just went with that, because that's where she's at. She doesn't really know who she is when she's not taking care of someone. So I think it's a good way to put it, the rubber banding back, but feeling like the rubber band's kind of broken a little bit. And she's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I think it's also embracing the maternal side a little bit. Harry in many ways, I think, is like a child that's being shepherded by Asta. Mm-hmm. And I think that fills a void for her as well. Just to jump in on your answer.
No, I'm glad you did. Actually, what was that, episode 7, where like Darcy says, like, I taught you better than that, young man, or whatever. It's very obvious in that moment.
Okay, I have one final question. We're coming up on the finale of season 3, and most of our episodes take place in a town called Patience. If you were to describe the finale of season 3 as a town called blank, what would it be?
Ooh.
Without spoilers, obviously, we're not there yet.
I'd say a town called Game Changer.
Ooh.
I mean, the finale, it changes the Vanderverse. Trademark.
Vanderverse.
Trademark.
Vanderspiegel.
He's been trying to
Vanderverse.
sell this all day.
I've been trying to make
town
Vanderverse
there you
a
go.
thing. We're creating canon here.
Yeah.
And the Vanderverse is changed in ways I think the audience will not expect. I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I remember when I read the finale and I texted you, I was like, what the fuck? It's crazy. Yeah.
What do you think? Town of?
A town called Better Start Locking Your Doors at Night.
Oh, no.
Love that. I'm going to say a town of empowerment.
Ooh.
I think all of our characters get a real just
Okay,
finale.
good. Thank you for letting me know that. 'Cause, last
Were you
episode,
worried?
The pan up after when Psycho Killer plays, I went,
Yes.
oh no.
Oh, yeah. When you hear it, he's so good about that.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, thanks guys for sitting down with us. The finale airs this Wednesday
Yes.
on SYFY. All 3 seasons streaming on Peacock, and seasons 1 and 2 on Netflix.
You got it.
Yeah.
Look at you, John.
Right?
Okay.
Wonderful. All right. Well, that's been our interview. Make sure you go to thathashtagshow.com for everything trending in geek pop culture.
Yeah.